Hello and greetings. This is Jorge Misael Santos Martínez speaking here, and in this opportunity, I'm going to be working with the final assignment portfolio of English seminar. And in this opportunity, I'm going to discuss all of the activities and all of the learning processes that I have during this course. And with all this said, I'm going to begin to present myself more clearly. Well, my name is Jorge Misael Santos Martínez. I am a student of modern languages with a tourist mention. Um, like I mentioned before, I'm cursing, or this is part of the English seminar course, and the purpose of this portfolio is the following. This portfolio is made to present all of the main activities that I did during all of the English seminar course and this trimester. This will summarize all of the weekly work activities and many other things that we did during the course. We will discuss topics such as gastronomy, family tourism, active and natural tourism, cultural tourism, sustainable tourism, and finally, virtual and real tourism. So this is all of the subjects or themes we discussed in this course, and this will show how I communicate properly with the language that is English. So now that we have all of this clear, let us begin with the first week activities. So in the first week, we work with the first speaking section that we discussed about two dishes, one international dish and another national dish. The dishes that I chose to expose were Dominican sancocho and Indian curry, and they are quite similar, but they have their key differences. So the other activity that I worked was a brief practice exercise where we discussed some of the same topics about food, linguistic cues, and many other things that will help us or aid us in improving our language, mostly for the tourism part and discussing topics like food. So that's what we, for the most part, learn. We learn about gastronomy of different cultures and national gastronomy as well, and how it helps with hospitality, with learning about different cultures, and most specifically, learning how to communicate properly. The following week was the same. It was the continuation of the same topic, that is gastronomy, but we in this opportunity discuss three activities: a speaking section talking about one specific dish, or two, pardon, that were the um, Dominican sancocho, to continue it with the topic, and one of the most key foods that we eat mostly, or most Dominican eats, is la bandera, or no, la bandera dominicana. This rice, beans, and meat of any type. So we discussed that specific topic. We also participated in the first forum of the class that talked about studying gastronomy and all of those other things. Also, there was a OBA, or virtual learning option, objective, pardon, not option, objective, that we participated as well. Now, the third week, we talked about family tourism, and we only have in this specific week one activity. It was a speaking section where we discussed one family travel experience. In this opportunity, I talked about a traveling experience that I had with my family members at Samana. So I talked about what was the experience, the places we visited, and many things. And I learned about describing a specific place and specific activities that I did in that specific place, and reminiscing about that destination. So yes, the following week was a continuation, and it was also a self-evaluation quiz. That was the only thing that we did in that week, and it was related to the same topic, and it was related as well to the same discussions and things that we did, only tethered to what we talked about already. Then, in the fifth week, we talked about what is active and nature tourism. And in this opportunity, we have the opportunity of work with a self-evaluation questionnaire and the speaking section number 4. We discussed about many things. For the most part, was about tourist attraction and ecotourism. I talked about um, a very interesting place in Puerto Plata known as the 27 Waterfalls or Los 27 Charcos de Llamas Agua. It is called that way. So I discussed that topic and was a very interesting thing. In this, I learned what I did for the most part and many things. So this is mostly about talking a very specific place and discussing about a different type of tourism, active and nature tourism, and what is the key differences, and mostly all of that. I have to be restate something that I misunderstood. Uh, the video wasn't about the 27 charcos of Llamas Agua. It was about the differences between active tourism and nature tourism. Pardon. This topic is discussed now in the following week with the forum that was talking about this same topic as well. Because the two topics in the week 5 and 6 are very related, only divided in two. So that is what the confusion went all about. And what we discussed was that things about the active tourism and natural tourism and all of the activities that are similar to it. We learned about the auto evaluation quiz that we did and learn more about this subject. And we discussed many things on that topic. I learned more and I strengthened my knowledge about different type of tourism and more specifically these two type of tourism. Later on, we're going to continue with one of the most interesting topics for me in the week 7. It was cultural tourism. And this is quite an interesting topic to discuss because one of the things that I enjoy tourism is talking about culture, visiting place because of their cultural relevance. And one of the places that I decided to talk about was La Isabel Historical Heritage an archaeological center. This is a very important place, not because of, well, it is ruins or anything in the light. It's because this was the first ever settlement of the European colonists in the Americas. So it was quite an interesting topic. It's very important place for both culturally and historical reasons. This is the first place where Christopher Columbus arrived and settled. So it is quite close to me. So this is was a very interesting topic. Here, I have to say more. The only thing that I learned here is about the importance of cultural sites and how cultural tourism is such an important part of tourism. So many other interesting languages and languages no interesting ways of depicting this type of thing. So we talked about in the following week the same topic, but with a more sustainable tourism spin on it. This is where I talked a little bit more of the 27 waterfalls at Agua. In the other opportunity, I was confused a little bit about it, but now I talked a little bit more. I mentioned it in the other quiz before this particular place. As you can see, I am discussing many places of my province, Puerto Plata. So that is one of the most interesting part, and it's quite valuable. So in this we have a self-evaluation and a speaking section that is related to what I already talked about. And finally, with the final week, the ninth week, we did a little reading exercise or writing exercise part, not reading, where we talked about current trends in tourism. We talked about virtual reality and real tourism and the importance of it and how it can improve or how it can help tourism and many other topics like that. And it's quite an interesting topic to discuss, so it is quite necessary to nowadays with the advancement of technology to talk about this topic in specific. So this was all of the things that I did during this course. I learned many things about tourism, it many advantages and disadvantages. I learned about the importance of sustainability, of alternative tourism, and promoting alternative way to participate in tourism. So this is quite an interesting course that I did, and I'm quite happy with it. I learned many things, many words, and many ways to express myself, and talked about all of these beautiful places. And also, one of the things that I did, I promoted a little bit more my own province of Puerto Plata, and I put forward many of the places that I consider the most beautiful, the most interesting to visit. So thank you for your time, thank you for listening, and cheers.